You're arguing and the blame and the hurt is just getting worse and worse. It's time to take a break from the conversation. In this video, I'll be explaining to you the 3 steps on how to take a break from the conversation and how to create a safe word in your relationship that may help you to do this. Hey, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tim van Monroy and I'm a counseling psychologist in my doctoral training, and I make videos to help you improve and understand your relationships better. So often in an argument we reach this point that is just not helpful anymore. The blame and the hurt are increasing, the conversation is escalating, and neither of the parties is getting anything out of this except more hurt. This happens because we're getting overwhelmed, we're physically flooded, our nervous system is in overdrive, we're no longer able to concentrate on the conversation. This is particularly relevant for someone who is stonewalling, someone who is no longer able to take part in a conversation and because of that withdraws from the conversation. So I've talked about this in a separate video which I'll link in the same playlist linked down below. So when we reach this point, we're usually full of anxiety, anger, and we're no longer able to hear the positive things that are being said to us. So what has happened, our oxygen levels have dropped below 95%, so that's too little for us to concentrate and take part actively in the conversation, and our heart rate has gone above 100 beats per minute. So it's kind of like you're sitting down and you're having an argument with someone, but your body is responding as if you're running a marathon. So it's understandable that it's hard to concentrate and actively take part in this conversation. So how to take a proper break when you're having this argument? Well, first of all, you gotta agree on taking a break. This break has to be 20 minutes or a little bit longer. 20 minutes because our nervous system gets so over aroused with what is happening for us, with that anger and with that anxiety, and it can't just get rid of all of that, and we need 20 minutes for it to rush through our bloodstream and to get out of our system, literally. So 2, you're going to agree that after those 20 minutes you come back together. So you can agree to come back in the kitchen or in the living room to continue that conversation after you've both taken a 20-minute break. So part 3, you take the break. You focus on yourself, on self-soothing. It's very important that you find a way to calm down, and this may take a couple of minutes, which is fine because you have those 20 minutes. Try and maybe have a shower, get a cup of tea, maybe go for a walk, journal, maybe watch some nice YouTube videos like this one. Even though it might be hard, the goal is not to think of this argument you've just had. The goal is to calm down your nervous system, and you will find that when you re-engage with your partner in the conversation, that you're both far more productive, and probably in the next few minutes you're able to resolve this conflict you've had. So what about the safe word? Well, the purpose of having a safe word in your relationship is to have a way to call for that break. So you're gonna agree on a safe word outside of the conflict. It is for your future conflict, to help you in the future, because you most likely are gonna have some conflict in the future. So you may agree on this as when I say this word or when you say that word, we have to be okay with it. You may include, we will then after 20 minutes come back in the kitchen or in the living room, and that's where we will continue our conversation. If you agree on that beforehand, you may just take away a little bit more communication when you're actually having that argument, which can be really handy. So include that in your discussion to what the safe word is and where you will see each other again after 20 minutes of having a break. So what kind of safe word should you use? Well, preferably something silly, something light, and maybe even funny. So try and think of a piece of fruit or furniture or maybe a place that you both know. So when you then use this word during a conflict, you both have kind of like an icebreaker. It really breaks the conflict as you're both reminded of this funny, silly thing. It is also that respectful way of then asking for that 20-minute break and then come back together after 20 minutes. So I'm really curious to hear what kind of safe words you can come up with. So please let me know in the comments down below what kind of safe word you would use. So do you want to know more on how communication like this can impact your relationship? Be sure to check out the playlist link in the description down below. Please subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.